Dear viewers, today we are going to share the inspiring life story of Mother Teresa, the woman who dedicated her entire life to serving the poor, the sick, and the helpless. Her journey from a simple girl in Macedonia to becoming the saint of Calcutta is a true lesson of love, compassion, and sacrifice. Early life from 1910 to 1928. Mother Teresa was born on 26 August 1910 in Skopje, which is now the capital of North Macedonia. Her birth name was Agnes Gonje Bojagiu. Her family was deeply religious. Her father, Nicole Bojagiu, was a businessman and a politician, while her mother, Dranafile Bojagiu, was a housewife known for her kindness and generosity. From childhood, little Angez was deeply spiritual. She loved praying, reading stories of missionaries, and listening to her mother's advice about helping the poor. At just 12 years old, she felt the calling to dedicate her life to God. Sadly, when she was 8 years old, her father passed away. Despite the tragedy, her mother's faith inspired her to stay strong. Journey to become a nun, 1928 to 1937. At the age of 18, Angez left home to join the Sisters of Loreto, an Irish community of nuns with missions in India. She traveled first to Ireland, then to India, where she began her novitiate at Darjeeling. There, she took the name Sister Mary Teresa, after Saint Therese of Lisieux. In 1931, she took her first vows and began teaching at St. Mary's School in Calcutta. She loved teaching young girls and became known for her dedication and discipline. In 1937, she took her final vows as a nun and was henceforth known as Mother Teresa. The Call Within a Call, 1946. In 1946, something happened that changed her life forever. While traveling by train to Darjeeling, she felt what she later described as the call within a call. She believed God was asking her to leave the convent and live among the poorest of the poor in Calcutta. This decision was not easy. She had no money, no resources, and no clear plan, but her faith gave her courage. Beginning of Missionaries of Charity, 1948 to 1950. In 1950, Mother Teresa received permission to leave the convent and work independently. She dressed in a simple white sari with a blue border, which later became the uniform of her order. She began by teaching poor children on the streets, using sticks to write in the dirt. She also visited the sick, offering love and comfort. In 1950, she officially founded the Missionaries of Charity, a congregation dedicated to serving the hungry, the naked, the homeless, the crippled, the blind, the lepers, all those people who feel unwanted, unloved, uncared for. Work in Calcutta, 1950s to 1960s. Mother Teresa's work spread quickly. She opened homes for the dying, orphanages for abandoned children, and clinics for lepers. Her most famous center was Nenmal Hiridai, or the Home for the Dying in Calcutta, where she cared for those who were abandoned on the streets in their final moments. People criticized her at times, but she always replied with humility. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Global recognition, 1970s to 1980s. By the 1970s, Mother Teresa had become an international figure of compassion. Her missionaries of charity expanded across the world. By the 1980s, it had thousands of members running schools, hospitals, and shelters in more than 100 countries. She received numerous awards, including the Nobel Peace Prize, 1979, the Bharat Ratna, 1980, India's highest civilian award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom from the United States, 1985. But despite worldwide fame, she remained simple. She always traveled in the same white sari, carried a rosary, and spoke in a humble voice. Later years, 1990s. In the 1990s, her health began to decline. She suffered from heart problems, kidney issues, and other illnesses. In 1997, she stepped down as the head of the Missionaries of Charity. Even in her weak state, she continued to serve and inspire. On 5th September 1997, Mother Teresa passed away in Calcutta at the age of 87. The entire world mourned her death. Thousands of people attended her funeral, including presidents, prime ministers, and ordinary poor people she had helped throughout her life. Canonization. Becoming Saint Teresa. After her death, the Catholic Church began the process of her canonization. In 2003, she was beatified by Pope John Paul II. Finally, on 4th September 2016, Pope Francis declared her Saint Teresa of Calcutta in front of thousands of people at the Vatican. Legacy and inspiration. Mother Teresa's legacy continues even today. The Missionaries of Charity now has over 5,000 members serving in more than 100 countries. Her life reminds us that true success is not about money or power, but about service, compassion, and love for humanity. She once said, "If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one." Her simple words still inspire millions around the globe. Mother Teresa's journey from a little girl in Macedonia to the saint of the poor in Calcutta teaches us one timeless lesson. Real greatness is found in humility, kindness, and love for humanity. Dear viewers, let us remember her words. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier.